Jennifer Namulamwa spends an time and a half walk to job, 5 days a 1 week. Of Namuwongo on the southward eastern end of Uganda's Equity, Kampala, she navigates her way history the rail link and crosses the traitorous 8-lane extent of the railway. She skirts the Velour Kololo Mound, eventually received to Kamwokya outskirts by 9 a.m. At job, the 34-year-old spends several hours on her feet, clean a 3-floor house. The otherwise of her day is consumable fleeing drive for her lug. And fair following 5 p.m., she traces the identical path, to back household. I'm utilized to it so I don't sense the range. I never carry pleasant shoes to job. I would as well love to delight the nice lifetime occasionally, trip in a car or on a bike, she chuckles, show her dust feet in dark sandals. Her replace is not prompted by the amount of her flesh, but how of her purse. Her wages is fair above $100, 70 pounds, a monthly. National as necessary and her 2 families' formation burn up via it, so she can't provide to pay for transportation. At 7 a.m., the sun casts length shadows of the lot human beings hike on the rail link. On the identical path walks dad of 3 Opris Aduba, a inn employee. Wiping pot off his eyebrow, he too says how the numbers include unsuccessful to add up. The Planet Public Health Organization paper on natural operation, that classified Uganda as one of the largest busy countries in the planet, perhaps had human beings love them in reason. The research, monitoring the standard of natural operation about the planet, found how just 5.5% of Ugandans had an inadequate standard of operation. Mozambique, Tanzania, Lesotho, and Togo too are as well making rather so. The study received information mention how, usually, human beings in cheap income countries appear to incorporate an adequate sum of natural operation in their lifestyles, in comparison with such in wealthier countries. The poorer human beings are, the more than potential they are to use modes of transportation, or be in an invasion, how engage natural job. Yet, the research, an analyze of personality reported domestic information, doesn't explanation why Ugandans are more than busy rather than some countries in a such standard of revenue. Though in cheap income countries, more than human beings are receive in official occupation, conducting length several hours at the office space, purchase cars and consuming more than quick meal, importance Uganda might be less than wholesome as they be wealthier. The 2 Kampala walkers are not though aware of the WHO recommended 150 protocol of mild to intense or 75 protocol of strict operation per 1 week. They readily exceed the goal out of hard. How lot? Which is mild aerobics operation? Which counts as strong operation? Which activities reinforce musculature? Which activities are both of aerobics and bronze strengthening? Resource: NHS, off of the town to village Uganda, wherever an alleged 70% of the people job in farming, the research received information circle really real. It seems how anything keeps one in form superior rather than amatic. ABIA Sally Nsariko, a 68-year-old farm in Luwiro, on 2 several hours polar of Kampala, starts his day at 5 a.m. Possessing completed milking the herd, actual job starts. It could be clean the cow barn, care to the coffee bushes or the plantain trees. He plant his 10-ha farmer by oneself, in the random employed labor. I expend on 8 several hours on my feet, 6 days a 1 week. I increase all the meal how we take. If I stopped work, I would perhaps drop patient. At my year, I do not include a solitary pain in my flesh, he says. But it is not lightweight for such Ugandans hard to remain fit as their lifestyles changing. Kampala is not a suitability-friendly town. Down there are barely any verdant parks, largest roads include no pavements, and lot cars radiate the identical sum of vapor as a herb hut on flame. Walk or running demands several courage. If you are happy to discover a path, you include to look out for outdoor manholes, and bodas, bike taxis, that will shove you off the sidewalk and top it off in insults. Motorists will not be shy to driving you in the tempest drain, in that you include to leap above plasticity mind housey really askance love flyer toilets. Yet, above the recent pair of year, joggers, generally the city elitists, include more emerging on the gateway. Down there is as well a increasing tendency of suitability groups about the town. On a solar Saturday night, 3 various groups job out in the parking lot of Mandela Domestic Arena, Numbul. Of human beings in their 60s to a 9-year-old lady, they go via their jumps, squats and stretches. To an foreign it may seem love a quirk, but Diana Nakabugo tells me how the team has stored her motive up. She's at the arena of 3 times a 1 week, 4 times job out. But it is a fight. The pressures of a work lifetime do not keep lot chamber for entertainment natural operation. Ms. Nakabugo says, I wake up in traffic jam on my reason. You include to fall the guys at high school, and later do it to job, on period. He's a problem. Lot parents failure to prioritize workout. I search out the slight lady while the meeting is above. For her, the is more than on conducting period in her daddy. Sabatai Matavu is a initial high school natural formation tutor who practices which he preaches. But human beings love him are proper uncommon in Ugandan schools. Natural formation utilized to be on the schedule of each high school. But there in the town, schools put expressiveness just on academic environment, he says, worried on how the nation will hold its youthful fitting. Lot do not include playgrounds. In the village areas wherever down there is area, the schools don't include pay teaching staff. On July 7, CEO Yoweri Museveni start up the Domestic Day of Natural Operation, that will be noted every year. But it will get more than rather than a president motion to hold Uganda busy. Amanda Ngabirano, a lecturer in city planner at Makerere School of Mechanical Engineering and Technique telephone call herself a psychologist. She drives of household in her folding bike in the shoe, parks half to job, and cycles the left 7 kilometers, 4 miles. My jaw tablet while she says, I choose out the roads in the largest traffic. Think cars swerving of one alley to the some, twitching to a flash halt, boda sweep via any accessible space, Matatu drivers humming and shouting out the windows. Add a female on a bike. Down there is procedure in how havoc. The drivers are departure slow, and they can see me. He's more secure rather than the prestigious roads in less cars since down there everyone is acceleration, she explains. Her crusading to get the town infrastructure facilities modernized to ensure for non-motorized modes of transportation has seen the Ministry of Plant evolve its at first politics on such channel. Her job may be portion of the cause reason, less than rather than a monthly back, the Kampala Equity Town Credibility noted out the at first bike alley in Kampala. The 500-meter alley is in Sheet Kololo, but it is a begin. The nation may be celebration the WHO research, but Uganda is quickly urbanizing. In the following pair of many decades, down there are potential to be less 67-year-olds yet fit to plow the earth, and more than human beings over the tire in traffic growl UPS. Roy William Maiga of the Makerere High School of Social Public Health did a research in the peri-urban areas of Iganga area, east of the Equity, in 2013. He found how Ugandan lifestyles are change. We found how 85% of the attending were constructively busy. We evaluated bloodstream blood sugar and weight as so. The 15% who were not quite busy were 2 times as potential to include diabetic and top bloodstream blood pressure rather than such who were busy, he says. Dr. Maiga warns how the quantity of Ugandans concerned in sectors that need strict force such as farming is declining, particularly amongst the youthful. He as well noted a change in the meal environmental. In each little curb city, youthful human beings were kitchen top calorie, machined flour foods, and human beings were upcoming of the villages for a flavor. Natural operation is proper less than of a way of life, and we include begun to eat things we didn't in the history, but the human beings' perceptions of entertainment operation are yet adverse. One man in the research said me, game is for family, he says. all how acting in the growing hazard and cases of non-communicable diseases. For now, although largest Ugandans are compliance fit out of fantasy gadgets to calculate their everyday stairs and display their calorie calculate. But the nation will requirement a domestic mind and the order infrastructure facilities, to hold its upper shape stance.